So can cod liver oil actually prevent COVID-19? Well, guess what? There is a huge clinical trial being done right now as we speak in Norway. 70,000 people. Now, this is based on an earlier study which showed some interesting results and indicated that there may have been a decrease in risk of COVID-19, as well as a decreased risk in the severe complications of COVID-19. And so at this time, I'm not saying that cod liver oil is going to prevent COVID-19, but it looks very promising. Now, I'm not saying that cod liver oil is going to cure you or prevent anything. I think we'll just wait for this study to tell us that. Now, what I think is interesting about Norway is that their death rate from COVID-19 is only 0.9%. That's 2 to 3 times lower than the average country with COVID. They have a population of about 5.5 million people that had 50,000 cases and only 436 deaths. Now, the population of Norway compares to Colorado in the US, as well as Minnesota. Yet, if we compare Norway to Colorado, Norway has 7 times less the infection rate than Colorado, and 10 times less deaths than Colorado. Now, if we compare Norway to Minnesota, which also has a similar population, Norway has a 10 times less infection rate and a 12 times less death rate. And one big factor that I think is contributing is the cod liver oil and the fatty fish that they consume. There's only one other European country that is slightly better than Norway, and that would be Finland, and they also consume a lot of cod liver oil and fatty fish. Now, what is in cod liver oil that can help your immune system? Well, it's loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which keep the inflammation low, especially from viral infections. It also has vitamin E, which is very protective at the cellular level, especially if there's a lot of inflammation going through the body from an infection. It has vitamin A, which is needed in the production of white blood cells. Vitamin A is also essential in maintaining the mucus layer in your sinuses, in your throat, in your lungs, and even in the intestines. And without vitamin A, you're more susceptible to getting viral infections. So it helps with the barrier from viruses and bacteria. And lastly, and most importantly, is vitamin D, which prevents the immune overreaction. It's called a cytokine storm. So it can keep inflammation very, very low. And in very bad COVID infections, inflammation is a huge factor. Also, vitamin D improves the macrophage's ability to make antiviral weapons against viruses. So I'll keep you updated on this study. And in the meantime, it might be a good idea to include cod liver oil or fatty fish in your diet. Before you go, if you have a question about a product, or you're new to keto and you want to know how to begin keto, or you're on keto and you need a debug because it's not going as smooth, I have a keto consultant standing by to help you. This is just for the people in the US. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to answer everyone's call, but I put the number down below so you can call and get some help.